Hello and welcome back to the channel, everybody. My name is Dark Sage Walker, and I'm not gonna lie, today has been just an awful day. Just the sort of day that's you just feel it when you wake up. You know you should just go back to bed and avoid the outside world. I did not do that, and yeah, it's been an awful day, but let's quick roll the soundtrack choice. Looks like we're doing piano solos today. So, allow me to just be very forthcoming with a lot of you. Today's run isn't necessarily about an Arcana spotlight. It's not necessarily about... Sorry about that. It's not necessarily about anything, really. Today's run I'm doing mostly just for me. I need to do this just as a way to calm down from the day, and yes, I will explain why I'm having so many problems. Or rather, I should say, why I'm having the one problem. Alright, I haven't decided what robe I want to do yet. Like, it's pretty common for me to use awe, but do I want to use that today? You know what, screw it. If this run is for me, then yes, this is what I want to do. And now, how do I want to... Now, what do I want to use here? Like, there's a part of me that wants to just use... that wants to use Frost Fan and just be like, yep, that's good enough. But I kind of want to use something a little different. There we go. Then we use Magma Rush. And lastly, yeah, Bolt Rail. Alright, it's a little... The design of the build is a little chaotic, but hopefully you understand what I'm getting at with this. Like I said, this is mostly about just helping me calm down after a stressful, very chaotic, very unfun kind of day. And I think because of what I have, I want to... There you go, we'll just knock out Zeal's Forge right away. Hold on. Let's not just jump in there. So what did happen today? Today initially started off, you know, as just a day like any other. But what changed was, you know, right around the 10:30 area when I realized that, and I'm not going to go into specific detail as to everything. So we'll just say, just for argument's sake, that I had misplaced a piece of work equipment. Why is this a big deal? Well, because that piece of work equipment is what I need in order to open up mailboxes and take care of my job. And let's also say that losing that's a very important piece of equipment, because as one can imagine, if that gets into the hands of someone with potentially nefarious intentions, well, that could create all sorts of problems. So what ended up happening is, once I realized that it was lost, Come on, get your ass kicked. I decided that the best thing to do would be to, instead of, you don't ignore that, of course, so I decided to stop and retrace my steps, and went back and tried to figure out what went wrong. Where is this piece of equipment, and what do I do about this? Now, because of how important this piece of gear is, and what exactly it can mean, replacing said piece of equipment would be extraordinarily expensive, on top of it being very much an offense worth terminating someone for. So yeah, I think it's safe to say that I was just a little on the stressed out side, and I ended up spending a good few hours trying to find it, and unfortunately without any luck, because if things had gone right, well, this wouldn't have happened. So imagine, if you will, me kind of just getting super stressed out, pissed off both at myself and at the situation in general. Just trying desperately to figure out what to do about my problem. And yes, I did end up calling my manager to let them know what was going on. Yeah, understood the seriousness of the situation, of course, but I think they might have taken it to the point where it's like, instead of trying to help me solve the problem, they were just kind of laying into me about how serious it was, which, if I didn't know that, I probably wouldn't have made as big a deal out of it as I did. It's not like I'm unaware of how expensive that thing would be to replace. Like, I'm asking for help for a reason. And the good news is, it was eventually found. I was almost 100% sure that I had lost it in a particular apartment building. So what I did was, I talked to a lot of the people in that apartment building about whether or not they had seen what I was looking for. And then beyond that, the best I could do was just write out a note saying, "Hey, if you find this item, either call me or the post office." And apparently someone did and returned it. So that's the good news in this, is that eventually it was found. But it still kind of feels like I'm being, put to, and admittedly, yes, I did lose the item initially, I get that, but it seems like even after doing everything I could and spending hours of my day looking for it to try to solve problems, it just feels like I'm still being treated like I'm a problem even after doing what I could to solve it. And that has me feeling very much like I should try to avoid my job, because now I feel like now I kind of feel like someone's out to get me, and what's making me feel that is the idea that after it was found, I called to confirm, and I was still told in a very kind of creepy way that we would need to talk about this later. And in my mind, I'm going, what is there to talk about? Isn't the problem solved? So, I don't know. I don't know what to do. I'm feeling very iffy about the entire situation in general and not liking my options. Like, I know I can't just avoid going to work. I have to make money so I can pay off my bills and have fun, but at the same time, it just feels like something is wrong, and I don't know what to do about it. So, I don't know, that was more so just kind of confessing my feelings than anything else. I'm hoping things are okay, but Lord knows I'm not gonna know. I'm certainly not gonna know anytime before tomorrow. I feel stressed out. For what it's worth, I was pretty much having a full-on panic attack. Like I said, I know how much that object is worth, and if I had lost that, I would be on the hook for a ridiculous amount of money. So the idea that even though it was found, I'm still being treated like... might as well take it. I'm still being treated like I'm a problem is kind of wearing on me. I don't know what to do, nor do I have a good idea on how to solve the problem. And there is also the possibility that I'm over-exaggerating, but I can't help how I feel about the issue. Oh wow, this room just wants to ruin me. You don't need to do that, room. I'm already doing a good job ruining myself. I don't know if I want any of these. Also, why are you not helping me upgrade the things I already have? Okay, that was very much overkill. Okay, I might want the Token of Doom. I also might want Cabby's Bubblegum. Well, I can afford both, so let's grab both because there is definitely a cursed relic that I'm looking for. Oh, another one of these rooms. And that's what I mean by it can strike through walls. I don't have an ancient fountain pen, so just wasting it isn't necessarily even... You know, it's not a right or wrong idea, it's just an idea that probably isn't going to get me very far. Alright, and before we start seeing Nox, we're going to see Seville, and that's just fine by me, because this is one of the best robes to upgrade. You will not see me complaining about that. Just about everything else. You know, life in general. The things that are worth complaining about. You know, economic situation, being treated poorly at work, you know, the whole 9 yards. I don't want to just resort to saying, life sucks, but I mean, I would be lying if I said that wasn't how I felt right now. So here's hoping that everything goes well. I don't know if it's going to or not, and if I'm being honest, I'm not exactly going to hold my breath for it. Because at the end of the day, the fact of the matter remains that I still made some stupid mistakes. More stun, and there you go. Plus, I already had a painter's item. I think I had the fiery paintbrush already. Okay, it'd actually be shorter to go down here and take the portal. I don't want that. Alright, that definitely could have gone better. God damn. Okay, I really don't like that room. Well, hey, we finally get to upgrade our last 2 Arcana. Yeah, it's about damn time. Okay, I'm gonna have to grab that. Yeah, when playing with the retro floor plan, you can never be too afraid to just grab a health potion if you need it. If only I could get the other half of this. But a little extra damage isn't going to hurt anything. First, let's actually clear the level and see. Alright, no freebies, so let's pop over here. I think I'm gonna grab that, that, and that, just to give them to the Mimic. Do I currently have anything I want to give to the Mimic? I'm gonna hold on to that, I'm gonna hold on to that, I'm gonna hold on to those. Yeah, I think that looks right. There we go. Yeah, if I sound a little dour and gloomy, that would be wise, because I'm very stressed out right now and not sure what exactly is going to happen. Nice. Status effect did the job. Mock Stunner. I think I'm okay without. But let me know what you guys would do if you were in my situation. Like, Like, is this one of those things where I'm overthinking it, perhaps, or would I be right to be a little bit worried about what's going to happen next? Or is it even unreasonable to be thinking that I should be in trouble when I did try everything that I could think of to fix the problem? And there's a part of my brain that's telling me that that's where I should be, but simultaneously, maybe the problem is big enough that yeah, even just a minor slip-up and trying to correct it is still an issue. I don't know, I'm so beyond the point of being able to think straight on that. You don't really have anything I want right now. Except for maybe the golden armor. I might grab that. It's a little late in the run for the pewter bracelet to do anything worthwhile. On the point of how the run is going, things are okay right now. I mean, obviously we're doing all right, are we? I wouldn't still necessarily be talking about it. There are other relics I would like to have in my inventory, but I mean, not much you can really do about what relics show up. You can just kind of do what I do, which is, you know, piss and moan. Yeah, the run itself is doing just fine, and it's helping to, you know, relieve a little bit of stress, but again, I would be lying if I said that I was doing just fine. I'm really not. Alright, so I think, yes, the Golden Armor of Envy is a good idea. Yeah, I don't even care about that. Oh, come on. Sorry, when I go real quiet like that, when I'm normally kind of talking a little bit more, it's normally because I'm trying to pay some attention to what's going on. And yeah, super crowded rooms are a good reason to need to pay attention. Yeah, you just don't want to give me anything useful, do you? Jerk. And yeah, there is the wand, but keep in mind that's going to slow down my spell activation time. Many of my spells having, multiple activations in one use, that's just going to slow down everything I do by way more than it could feasibly be useful for. So, yeah, a little disappointing. Obviously, I was hoping for the Crimson Clover, but you can't always get what we want. Even if all you want is to be, treated like a decent human being, sometimes that's just asking too much. We're definitely taking that. And we're definitely taking that. Alright, and I can't imagine that Iris has anything really useful for sale. But let's look. And yeah, like I thought, nothing incredibly useful. Granted, Dragon Arc would be nice, but, with the golden armor, not going to be able to afford it. And honestly, that's fine. Tapping gloves are definitely doing their job, though, and I'm happy about that. There we go. At this point, I might as well grab it, even if I don't have any intention to use it. So, because I did work such a long day, and things clearly didn't go the way that they were supposed to today, I think it's safe to say no Cult of the Lamb today, but I will try to make up for that tomorrow, assuming that tomorrow isn't another very similar day to today. Alright. So, increase or reduce cooldowns by half or a bit more damage. I'm gonna go a bit more damage because I almost never see the Amulet of Sundering. I just kind of feel like taking it. Also, I now realize how long it's been since I originally took on, Ultra Instinct Sura. It might not be a bad idea to try taking him on again. And I'm thinking if I do decide to do that, I will make it like a special event for like a week, and I'll just be doing runs just trying to take him out without cheesing him. And you guys remember, the first time I took him out, I didn't cheese him, I took him out on my own terms. There we go. Alright, well that kind of makes me feel a little bit better, but not gonna lie, I'm still real nervous about how this whole thing is gonna work out, and well, I'm just gonna leave it at that because I've already said enough. But thank you guys very much for watching. I appreciate the continued support. I don't need to tell you guys how to use YouTube, but one thing I would really appreciate is if you were to make sure the analytics know that people like this. Maybe tell a few friends about the video, let them know how things are going, and next time I do Wizard of Legend, there will be another Fueled Berserk, because that Arcana Spotlight isn't going to take care of itself. But for right now, I think the best thing I can do is rest and try to get myself into a more positive state of mind. So, thank you for coming and spending some of your free time with me. I really do appreciate it, and I will see you in the next one. My name is Dark Sage Walker, and I will be seeing you.